Today I'm going to show you guys how I do my barbecue sandwiches. So we're going to start off with the Instant Pot. And you can do this in a slow cooker if you want, but I love the convenience of this Instant Pot. So I'm going to take a boneless pork loin. And when I went to the store today, they had huge Boston butts that were on sale. And I knew that I didn't need one that big. So my butcher did do this for me. And so I'm going to take my pork loin. I'm going to put this in my slow cooker. Okay, I'm going to season it with some seasoning salt. Okay, I rinsed off my hands a little bit. Now I'm going to take some seasoning salt and I'm going to pour this over. I'm going to sprinkle this on both sides of my roast. I'm going to sprinkle seasoning salt, some house seasoning. And I got this recipe for house seasoning from Paula Deen. Salt and pepper and garlic powder. And I'll list this for you in the recipe. And that's what it is, house seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic powder. I'm sprinkling this over both sides. I'm going to flip it over. Give it a generous coating. Then we're going to flavor it with some onions. This is my daughter Sophia's favorite meal, is to have barbecue sandwiches. Whenever we're out in a restaurant or anything and she sees that they have barbecue on the menu, she is so excited. This is a fast meal to put together for your family, and my family all love it. We love it for leftovers. So we're going to season this up with some onion. Just cut it in pieces. Doesn't have to be anything special here. Put that in there over top, and then we're going to take some chicken broth, and I use the reduced sodium because I've already got so much sodium going on in there. And I'm just going to pour this over around the roast. I'm guessing that's about a cup or a cup and a half of broth. Yes, the reason I poured it over the around the edges is because I don't want to rinse off my seasoning on my roast. Okay, next I'm gonna put my lid on, and me and this lid we always have a little war. Okay, I've got my lid on. I'm gonna make sure I've got my knob here turned to sealing, and I do, and I heard it lock. And then I'm gonna put pressure cook for around an hour and 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes or so. This was a little bigger size roast, so I'm going to do an hour and 15 because I like the roast to be like falling apart. So I'm going to do that, set my time, and then it'll come on here in a minute. And when the pressure builds up, this little button up here on top, the little red button will pop up. And that lets me know the pressure has built up in there, and I'm not going to bother that. I'm just going to leave this going for an hour and 15 minutes. And then I'm going to let it sit and let some of the pressure go down for about 10 minutes before I release it. And then I'll turn this on venting. We'll pop the lid and we'll get to look at the yummy roast, and we'll shred it up for barbecue sandwiches. Okay, it's time to test this roast. All right, my little button had already went down, so I know I'm free to open it up. Smells so good. It is falling apart as I'm lifting it out. So you know it's going to be a good roast when it falls apart when you're getting it out of the pot. So I'm just going to take my fork and look at this. I mean, I'm not even having to, I thought I would need 2 forks to shred it, but it's falling apart. So good. So sometimes I don't put barbecue on it. I'll just like to make a sandwich out of this, or you could serve this with a gravy and mashed potatoes. It would be so good. But tonight we're going to have barbecue sandwiches. So I'm going to put this on a bun, and I'll show you guys how I like to eat my barbecue sandwich. We like to have baked beans, coleslaw, and yeah, I eat mayonnaise on my barbecue. I know some people that would gross you out, but not me. And you know what? I like a lot of mayonnaise on my barbecue. Take some of our shredded meat that just shredded by itself, practically. Smells so good. And then I heated up my favorite barbecue sauce. And yeah, I've made barbecue sauce from scratch before, but the ones in the store are so good. We have a little war at our house over which barbecue sauce is the best. Some of my kids like Sweet Baby Ray's, and others like Sticky Fingers. So I like Sticky Fingers, so I heated some up, and I'm going to pour that over my sandwich. There is no graceful way to eat a barbecue sandwich. You just dig in. Okay, I gotta have my sweet tea. No better meal than a pork barbecue, baked beans, coleslaw, and sweet tea. Mm. Here we go. Mmm, yum.